Today topic is indigenous wisdom and biodiversity conservation. I first and foremost we should preserve every scrap of biodiversity as priceless while we learn to use it and come to you understand what it means to humanity. E.O. Wilson. I would like to acknowledge that we are gathered here on the traditional land of India. 705 traditional groups were recognized as scheduled tribes. In central India, the scheduled tribes are usually referred as the ADIVASIS, which literal meaning is indigenous people. Indigenous wisdom is a vast collection of knowledge, practice, and belief that has been passed down from generation to generation. It is rooted in a deep understanding and a respect for the natural world. For indigenous people, the land is not just something to be utilized or exploited, but rather it is precious and interconnected web of life that sustains us all. Sadly, the global loss of biodiversity is an alarming reality we face today. The species are disappearing at an unprecedented rate, habitat are being destroyed, and ecosystems are being degraded. To add to this crisis, it is essential that we are looking to indigenous wisdom as a source of inspiration and guidance. Indigenous peoples have long recognized and importance of maintaining balance and harmony with the nature. The understanding of independence of living being and the critical role each species play in the ecosystem. Then knowledge of traditional ecological practice such as controlled burning, rotational grazing, and seed saving can help restore and protect biodiversity. It is very clearly evident that indigenous communities are successful in conserving and preserving biodiversity. For a publication in Current Biology examined that tropical forest span in Asia, Africa, and America. Study revealed that the forests situated within the protected indigenous territory exhibit superior health, functionality, diversity, and ecological resilience. In continuously in 2019, environmental science and policy studies and analysis was conducted on 15,000 locations in Canada, Brazil, and Australia. They find indigenous that are greatest and abundance of birds, mammal, reptiles was preserved in the area managed or co-managed by indigenous peoples. Along with a few examples of cases which recognize the indigenous people's right and biodiversity conservation in India, first and foremost, Samath was the state of Andhra Pradesh in the year 1997. The Supreme Court of India recognized the ownership right of the scheduled tribes and their traditional forest dwellers over forest and other right to conserve biodiversity. The court emphasized the importance of incorporating indigenous knowledge and protect in the forest management and conservation. In continuously, T.N. Godavarma versus Thirumal Padu uh, Union of India in the year 2002, the case addressed two main issues that are illegal logging and illegal forest encroachment. The court recognized the role of indigenous communities as custodian of the forest and stressed the need to involve them in biodiversity conservation and the forest management initiative. The synergetic approach requires meaningful and respectful collaboration between indigenous peoples and scientific policymakers and other stakeholders. It involves bridging the gap between indigenous community and Western scientific knowledge, the fostering mutual respect and learning from each other's expertise. Let us commit ourselves to fostering partnership uplifting indigenous voice and incorporating indigenous wisdom into our conservation effort. Together we can create a future where humans and natural coexist in harmony. And